Welcome, Geyer family. As you can see, I've got the hat, which is really bad news because it means that I'm 60 years old. But at least I don't have that much more of my life to worry about anymore. Anyway, I'd like to let you all know what I've added to the hat. Hopefully you all remember where all this other stuff came from, including the spoon, which I believe comes from some family meeting with the RDs in which people were inappropriately putting spoons on their noses. And so we're stuck with this legacy of having a spoon dangling in front of our faces every time we turn 60 years old, which luckily only happens once. Anyway, I'd like to review with you some of the things I've added to this hat. And I have this mirror to help me find it and a list because I've already forgotten. Okay, the first is a Hui pin, which is over here. And I've actually been working at Hui, which is an acronym for Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution, for 30 years. So one half of my life, I would say the worst half of my life, I've worked at Woods Hole Oceanographic, so I want to remind myself of that. The next is a sonar sail, and this is a real sonar sail somewhere up here. And I cut part of a jib out, knowing that this hat is such an important heirloom. I sacrificed one of my jibs for the hat. The next is a harpoon bottle cap, and you notice I cleverly put the H right over the H of happy birthday, so I didn't waste any space on the hat. And that's also a reminder of how happy I am when I'm drinking beer. The next item is Charlie and Lucy. I'm sorry to personalize the hat so much by putting family members on it, but it's celebrating being in Canada when they were kids, jumping off the top of the boathouse into the water, and it's a very... Okay, hi family, this is the second half of the video. Charlie had too much stuff on his phone because he's kind of a media guy, and so he ran out of space on his phone. So this is the second half. I'll try to be brief for the second half of the movie. I'm just reminding you, this is the 60th birthday hat, and I want to go with the rest of the items that I put on here. I got to find it. Okay, so the pulley is up here someplace. This is a pulley that came off of my international canoe, which was one of the most ridiculous, ill-fated attempts for fame and glory that I've ever gone into. Something totally age inappropriate that I did. And the canoe is still in the backyard collecting rodents, but this is a pulley off of it. And it also has that nautical look, which I like to think of myself in context with. Okay, another nautical item is this compass dangling over here, so that I can find my way, or anyone wearing this hat can find their way through their declining years. And finally, I'd like to point out I had to add a little structural support on the top because some of my siblings just didn't consider the architectural, structural integrity of the hat when they put these items on. So that's the...
What about the paddle?
Oh, shoot, the paddle. I forgot to add the paddle. Yeah, see, somewhere up over here. Yeah, there's a paddle, which is emblematic of my attempts to make things myself. This is actually a homemade paddle, and it's real, and it's made out of wood that I made this morning. But it's similar to other paddles that I made, except a lot smaller, and similar to other do-it-yourselfer type things that I've done. Not very high in quality, but a lot of effort and time. And that pretty much sums up my 60th birthday contributions to this hat. And I hope anyone else who wears this, like poor Merity, can find room to put her stuff. And everyone else, thank you for your fabulous contributions to this. And for the next generation, hopefully you'll find other traditions to get you through your declining years.
All right.